Hey, good evening guys. Tush coming at you Monday, November the 7th, and it's just about 6:30 in the evening. We're just out in the garage to do a quick power hour or two after work. You gotta hate this daylight savings time. It feels like it's like midnight. It's so dark outside. Anyway, we're gonna continue on with the 59 TR3A project. And as I mentioned yesterday at the end of my video, I think today's task will be to try to get this piece off, which entails me doing a little bit of sandblasting on the inner cavity of this rear valence, so I can try to find some spot welds to drill out. I'm trying to save the spare tire pan from too much damage, so I'm going to see if I can find some spot welds under there to remove and try to get that panel off as nicely as possible. So wish me luck. I'm going to break the sandblaster out and make a mess. Alright guys, we'll be back. Okay, you can kind of get the idea that I'm going for here. I'm just trying to clean that strip up to be able to see where the spot welds are. And I can see them faintly, so I'm going to start drilling and see how much I can get done. I'm just going to keep working my way down. I've done about half the strip sandblast wise. So we'll do some drilling, and then we'll continue on the bottom if that's going to work. All right, just thought I'd give you a quick shot. Okay guys, quick update for you. We're about halfway through. Just cut a little bit more of the flange off. We're going to get in there again with the sandblaster, and we'll continue drilling along. I'm not doing too bad as far as damage is concerned. Obviously there's some damage there, but obviously better than if I just went to it with the air chisel or something like that. So I'm happy with that. We'll come back. Alright guys, end of night report. It's just about 8:45, and I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but we've done some more cleaning of that spare tire pan. We've just taken a big hefty wire wheel to it and knocked some of the rust and undercoating off and dirt and dust. So it's looking a little better anyway. As you can see, that vertical panel is now removed, and there obviously is some damage there, but repairable. I did actually sandblast this back corner while I had the sandblaster out, and the good thing is it's a fairly good solid piece of metal back there, so I should be able to have something to attach to when I repair this section in here. So I've been having a look at the spare tire compartment. I'm contemplating actually removing it from the bottom of the car. I haven't really decided what I want to do yet, but I'm thinking that it probably wouldn't be too difficult to remove it at this point to facilitate fixing the trunk floor a little easier. I haven't made my mind up yet on that, but I'm thinking about it. So I mean, technically I could cut right along the back here and then just split all the spot welds along the edge or along the seam of this spare tire pan and remove that entirely, and that would give me full access to the floor above it. So anyway, like I said, I'm contemplating. I haven't decided yet, but we shall see what direction we go as far as that's concerned. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. We'll get back out here tomorrow, and we'll continue on. Have a good night. Hey, good evening, guys. Tush coming at you. 5:45 on Tuesday, November the 8th. That's 5:45 in the evening, just home after work. And out in the garage doing another bit of a power hour tonight. And we sort of come up with a bit of a action plan, I think, having slept on it. I think what we're going to do tonight is we're going to start repairing some structure here, and we're going to try to maybe weld some fresh metal in this area to close up this hole. And following that, I think what we're going to try to do is, remember I talked about the possibility of dropping this spare tire pan. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little less aggressive than that. I think what we're going to do is maybe try to split this flange maybe from about this area back to here where it's broken, so I can just sort of pull the pan down a little bit and then fix the floor on the inside of the trunk, and then obviously clean the flange of the pan up and then re-weld those back together eventually once all that metal is nice and clean. So that's the plan anyway. So maybe we'll get started and we'll just try to clean up this area a little bit better and see if we can get it ready to weld something to. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. The metal here again is a little thin. Obviously the metal's older, so welding new steel to old steel can be a bit of a challenge at the best of times. I haven't welded for probably about 1.5 years or so it's been, so it's a little sort of a delicate area to look at to start with, but anyway, we'll give her a shot, and hopefully it'll come back to me quickly. If not, There's always another day. We'll walk away. Oh, one more thing. While I'm out here, this gentleman by the name of Rob, his YouTube channel is called The Classic Sports Car, and Rob just so happens to be restoring a 1959 TR3A as well, and his is in sort of a similar condition. He's got a lot of the same issues that I do, and in some cases he's got worse issues. So have a look at Rob's channel, give us some views, subscribe. He's got some good work going on over there, so give him some encouragement. He'll definitely need some. Anyway, we'll get back to this area and see what we can do. Alright guys, we got our area cut out and cleaned up, enough to weld hopefully. And we've got our patch panel just sanded off. I've got a template here ready to make of that area to transfer to my panel. And those panels I'm actually cutting from old, I told you I had a parts car, so this is a patch that's being taken from one of the fenders from the old car. So it's got the correct gauge thickness, which is good. So we're going to go ahead and make that template, and maybe I'll bring you back and I'll show you the template before I transfer it to the metal. I've just clamped a piece of cardboard in there with the flange made, so that will be the flange for the edge of the floor pan, or sorry, edge of the spare tire pan right here. And then I've just gone inside the spare tire pan and traced on the inside of this paper, so when I remove that, hopefully I'm going to have a good size for the template, and I'll cut that out. And there's the template cut out and just sort of fit into place. You get what I'm kind of going for there. So we'll just pull that out, and we'll transfer that to the metal, and we'll bend that top flange and cut that piece out, and we should be good to go. So we'll come back when we do that. Okay, quick update guys, just coming up to 8:45, and the first patch is done. So it's good to get some fresh metal back in there. So I didn't fully weld up in the top corners yet because, like I'd mentioned, I'm going to probably pull out this edge of the spare tire pan. So we'll leave that unwelded for now. And again, I haven't welded the bottom yet, so got to run a bead of weld straight across the bottom. But other than that, she's in there pretty solid. So I'm happy with that. Looks a lot better than the rusty hole that was there. So we're going to call it a night, and we'll upload this, and we'll get out here tomorrow and finish off that patch. Alright guys, have a good night.